Every day his mother reminds him. Bear remembers to brush his teeth when he wakes up. Don't eat too much candy. One day, my mother went to work. The bear thinks, you can do what you like. I'm in charge now. Free. He dances happily. But when he should brush his teeth, he doesn't want to brush. I'm not brushing my teeth today. Mom is not at home. He won't know. The bear is looking for food in the kitchen. I suddenly remembered my mother's words. Mom said don't eat too much candy. But he didn't say you can't eat honey and jam. He happily took out honey and jam. Start gorging. Honey is sweet. Jam is sour and sweet. It's delicious after eating for a while. He ate all the honey and jam. Feel very satisfied. I'm so happy to eat. However, it didn't take long. The bear starts to feel tooth pain. Ouch, my tooth hurts. He started to cry. Neighbor Dr. Rabbit heard. Dr. Rabbit helps the bear check his teeth. Bear, you have a problem with your teeth. Lots of tooth decay. No wonder it hurts. Some teeth need to be repaired. There was a bad cavity. Must be unplugged. Bear's afraid to say I don't want to pull my teeth. I heard that tooth extraction hurts. Don't worry, Bear. Dr. Rabbit said I'll give you anesthesia. You won't feel any pain. Doctors and friends worked together to extract teeth. Finally succeeded. Unplugged. The bear said happily. Now the bear no longer feels pain. Dr. Rabbit reminded him to brush his teeth carefully from today on. Eat less candy. Protect your teeth. The bear agreed. Brush your teeth every day from now on. His teeth became healthy and beautiful. Kids, do you know why bear teeth hurt? What do you think? Did the bear learn any important lessons? On a sunny afternoon, Kitten just came home from school. I can't wait to run to my mother's phone. Mimi likes to explore on her phone. Sparkling games on my phone. Interesting video and pictures that made him laugh a lot. Whether it is eating, when eating fruit, even when walking. Mimi's little paws are always clutching the phone tightly, as if it were a door to a fantasy world. Mimi's good friend Puppy Wing Wong. Invite him to play often. But since Mimi is addicted to her phone, he is no longer interested in the outside world, even when walking with Wing Wong. His mind is always on his phone. Wong feels lost. His little friend. I seem to have forgotten the pleasures of real life. Every time Mom and Dad say goodnight when closing the bedroom door, Mimi will quietly pick up the phone, hide under the covers, and play late at night. His eyes began to feel dry. Eye fatigue. Blurred vision even started to appear. But Mimi still can't resist the temptation of mobile phones. As time goes by, Mimi's eye problems are getting worse. One day, he was at school because he couldn't see the blackboard clearly. Felt frustrated. After returning home, he finally told his parents, "Admit your problem." Mom took him to the eye doctor. The doctor told him how harmful it is to your eyes to play with your phone for a long time. Mimi just realized he must change his habits. That night, the whole family sits together at a family meeting. Mom and Dad also realized their behavior of playing with their mobile phones in front of a bad example for Mimi. So they decided to come up with new rules together. Everyone has a daily screen time limit and set aside more time to be a family together. Activity Mimi begins to discover it's actually pretty good without them. He and Want rediscovered the joy of the outdoors, playing games and reading books with my parents. His eyes are no longer dry, but shining with health. Mimi feels very grateful. He discovered true happiness doesn't come from the glow of a screen, but comes from authentic interaction with family and friends. Mimi and his family have learned a valuable lesson. Expensive lessons. Virtual worlds are fun, but the beauty of the real world is irreplaceable. Since then, their home is filled with laughter and love. Mimi's eyes no longer have to be rubbed because of dryness. Rubbed because he has learned how to navigate the digital world, finding the perfect balance with the real world. Mimi's story tells us, although mobile phones and electronic devices entertainment and convenience, but over-reliance, it can make us miss the really important things around us. True happiness and health, it comes from our relationship with our loved ones, nature exploration, and cherish every beautiful moment in reality. In a cozy little house in a small town, there lives a lively kitten named Mimi. That day, Mimi, expecting his mother to make him his favorite fish balls. But due to busy work, Mom came home late, worried about Mimi's hunger. Mom only made a simple dinner. Mimi is disappointed, do not understand. Why didn't Mom meet his expectations? He started to lose his temper. They even refused to eat. Mom is tired, can't afford to eat. I quickly made fish meatballs for Mimi. The next day, Mimi and Dad went shopping together. In the store, Mimi sees a toy of his dreams. However, due to the fact that there are already many classes at home, similar toy, Dad didn't buy it. Mimi can't accept this reality. Cry! There was a dispute with my father. His mood became irritable. Do not understand. Why can't you always get what you want? In the end, Dad gave in. Bought toys for Mimi. Mimi goes to grandparents' house on weekends. There are many pets. A puppy accidentally soiled Mimi's toy. Mimi starts arguing with the puppy. When Grandma tried to mediate, Mimi feels wronged. Also angry with Grandma. The atmosphere became tense. Mimi feels alone. Soon after, Mimi got sick. He is weak. Fever. Mom and Dad are terrified. I rushed him to the hospital, waiting by his side all night. Wipe his hands later. Wipe his feet later. Didn't rest all night. In the hospital, Mimi deep, I felt the love and sacrifice of my parents. He began to reflect on his actions. Be aware of your spleen. How much damage does anger bring to parents? After experiencing illness and reflection, Mimi learned to be grateful and considerate. He apologized to his parents and learned to face difficulties. Be patient and understanding. Mimi gradually grew into a more sensible and understanding kitten. As time goes by, the relationship between Mimi and her family has become more harmonious. He learned to express gratitude. Also understand the mutual support between family members and how important it is to understand. Mimi now knows that love is more than just acceptance, more understanding and tolerance. Through this experience, Mimi not only learned to control her temper, I learned how to cherish and give back the love of my family. This story tells us that family is our strongest backing. We should use love and understanding to take care of this precious relationship. In a beautiful town lived a curious kitten named Mimi. Mimi has a bad habit. Frequent nose picking. Whether at home, school is still playing outside. Mimi can't help but explore her little nose. Child day. Mimi finds that every time she picks her nose, the nose gets a little weird. He began to worry, but I can't help but keep digging. Little by little, Mimi's nose is getting bigger and bigger. It even started to affect his appearance. Mimi's friends noticed the change in Mimi. They're worried about Mimi, but Mimi always laughs and says it's okay. But Mimi's heart actually started feeling embarrassed and uncomfortable. Mimi's mother took him to see a wise old doctor. The old doctor is a famous doctor in the small town. The old doctor carefully examined Mimi's nose, then tell Mimi with the short one. Frequent nose picking damages the skin and mucous membranes of the nose. Deform the nose. The old doctor explained that the nose is a very important organ, helps us breathe and smell. Constant nose picking is not only unhygienic, it can also lead to bacterial infections. After listening in secret, realized the danger of their actions. From that day on, the secret begins to work hard to break the bad habit of picking nostrils. He learned to wipe his nose with a tissue and clean your nose regularly. Gradually, Mimi's nose returned to normal. Mimi, not only do you maintain good hygiene habits, they also tell their own stories to other small animals. Encourage them to also pay attention to nose hygiene. His story makes more and more small animals are aware of the importance of the nose. Mimi becomes happy in town again. Healthy kitten. His friends are also for Mimi's change. Feel happy. All the small animals in the town started. Learn Mimi. Clean your nose in a more hygienic way. Feel yourself changing. The positive impact of Mimi decides to go with the old doctor. Organize a health talk. Teaching small animals how to clean their noses properly. And good personal hygiene. As time goes by, small animals in the small town develop good hygiene habits. They're healthier and happier. The town has also become cleaner and more beautiful. Mimi's story tells us good hygiene is essential for good health. Through Mimi's changes and efforts, the little animals in the small town have learned to protect your health. It also makes the whole town a better place. This story is told through Mimi's experience. Teach children about the dangers of frequent nose picking and encourage them to practice good personal hygiene habit. I hope this story will inspire children's interest. Let them learn to value and protect their bodies. In a small town full of life, there lies a kitten, Mimi, who loves painting. When the town announced when a children's art competition will be held, Mimi is so pneumatic, he decided to paint a picture of summer. I hope to win the first place. Mimi has invested a lot of time and effort on his paintings. His mother encouraged him, no matter the result of the game. The most important thing is that you enjoy the creative practice. Mimi nodded, keep focusing on drawing. Game day! Mimi brought her paintings to the exhibition hall. See the work of other contestants. Mimi feels the pressure, but still have confidence in their work. The judges carefully reviewed all the works. Finally, Mimi's painting didn't win first place. He got an award for excellence. Mimi is a little disappointed by this. Rippled in my heart on the way home. Mimi is taciturn. Mom sighs loss. I whispered Mimi, your paintings are beautiful. You've done a great job. It doesn't matter if you're not the first. You enjoyed painting, that's all that matters. I listened to my mother. Mimi's mood gradually relaxed. He began to realize the significance of participating in just about wishing places. It is more about expressing your creativity and in the pleasure of paint. After that, Mimi continued to paint. But the attitude has changed. He doesn't do it for the game anymore, but to express the inner world and enjoy the process of painting. After a long effort, Mimi became famous in the small town. His paintings are loved by everyone. But here's the thing, Mimi discovered the true joy of painting. This story tells the children in the pursuit of their dreams. Enjoy the process and maintain your interest. More important than winning first place. Through the experience of Kitten Minnie, children can learn. Appreciate your creativity and effort, if not about results. This mentality, it helps to develop children's innovative spirit and self-confidence. On a sunny morning, kittens are playing in the garden. His hairy ears. Suddenly, I heard the sound of sausages on the kitchen windowsill. He snuck into the kitchen, took the sausage with his little paw. Mimi, have you seen my sausage? Mom asked. Secretly bow your head, scared to say no. Mom, that night. Secret tossing and turning, can't sleep. She remembered her mother's disappointed face. I feel very sad. He gets up quietly. Look at the sausage that hasn't been finished yet. And he sighed deeply. The next morning, Mimi decides to tell the truth. He goes up to his mother. Keep your head down and say, Mom, I ate the sausage. I'm so sorry. Mom looks at Mimi in surprise, then gently say thank you for your honesty. Mimi, we all make mistakes, but admitting mistakes is very important. Mom hugs Mimi. Tell them everyone deserves a second chance. Mimi is very relieved, and I learned an important lesson. Honesty is more important than anything else. Since then, Mimi became more honest and responsible. He not only won the trust of his family, he also became a good boy in the eyes of his neighbors. Mimi knows, no matter what difficulties, honesty is always the best option. Kitten Mimi's Honest Journey. It's a story about honesty and courage. Through this story, the monitor wants to tell the children, everyone makes mistakes, but the important thing is to have the courage to admit and correct them. Through Mimi's experience, children can learn the importance of honesty and the benefits he brings.